Hey guys, this is Sidra. Welcome to my YouTube channel Educate with Sidra. In this video, we will cover the chapter number 5 of O1 Chemistry, that is atomic structure. So please don't forget to subscribe my channel and click on the bell icon. So let's start the video. Atomic structure, first we will study about the Dalton's atomic theory. According to the Dalton's atomic theory, elements are made up of individual particles called atoms. It is derived from a word atomos, that means indivisible. Atoms, according to the Dalton's atomic theory, atoms can neither be created nor destroyed. Can neither be created nor destroyed. Atoms of the same element are identical and atoms of the different element have different mass and size. Atoms combine to form compounds. Okay, so this is all about the Dalton's atomic theory. Now, next topic is discovery of electron, proton and neutron. In 1886, discovery of electron, proton and neutron. In 1886, Goldstein discovered positively charged particle called proton. Goldstein discovered positively charged particle known as protons. In 1897, J.J. Thomson found in an atom that the particle, the negatively charged particle named as electron. In 1897, J.J. Thomson discovered what? Electrons, yes. Based on these observations, J.J. Thomson put forth his plum pudding theory. According to him, atoms were solid structure of positively charged with tiny negatively particles that stuck inside. It is like plums in the pudding. This is all about the discovery of electron and proton. The next topic is atoms. What is atom? All matter is made up of atom, and atoms are very tiny and are made up of small particles. They are very tiny and small particles. Atom is having two types. The one is nucleus and the other is electron shell. It has two things. One is nucleus and other is electron shell. A and B. Okay. And what is nucleus made up of? So nucleus is basically made up of proton, positively charged particle, and neutron that having no charge. And the other thing is electron shell. Electron shell having the electron, that is the negatively charged particle. Okay. So atoms are made up of proton, neutron and electron. We call this subatomic particles. These particles, proton, neutron and electron, we call this thing that are the subatomic particles of the atom. I'm writing here, these are the subatomic particles of the atom: electron, proton and neutron. Okay. Atomic structure, general structure of atom. What is the general structure of atom? Okay, atomic structure, I am drawing here. General structure, this is an atom. Let's say this is an atom. Okay, this is positive charge and this having no charge, and this is negative charge. So what is this thing? What is the negatively charged particle? Yes, this is electron. Very good. And what is inside the nucleus? What is this thing having no charge? Yes, neutron. And what are the positively charged particle? Yes, proton. Very good. Okay. So this is the structure of atom, having the proton and neutron inside and electron revolving around the nucleus. Okay. Okay, atom of hydrogen versus helium. Okay, atom of hydrogen versus helium. So just draw it. Hydrogen, this is an atom. Hydrogen having only positively charged particle, and this is a electron. And what about helium? This is about the hydrogen. Helium having two positively charged particle, two neutrons and two electrons. Okay, this is basically the structure of hydrogen versus helium. Okay. Okay, next is mass of proton. The mass of proton is 1.675 into 10 raised to the power minus 24 gram. Mass of electron is 9.1 into 10 raised to the power minus 28 gram. The mass of neutron is 1.675 into 10 raised to the power minus 24 gram. So these are the masses of proton, electron and neutron. Okay. Now we are discussing the detail of proton, neutron and electron. Proton is basically, what is the symbol of proton? Just look at the chart. Proton having the symbol of P. Neutron having a symbol of small n. And electron having a symbol of E. What is the relative charge of proton? It is +1. Relative charge of neutron is 0. Relative charge of electron is -1. Now about the relative mass. What is the relative mass of proton? It's 1. What is the relative mass of neutron? Again it's 1. They both have same relative mass. Okay. And what is the relative mass of electron? It is 1 divided by 1840. Okay. So this is all about the relative mass. Okay, what about the charge of proton, neutron and electron? Neutron having no charge, so it means it is 0. And what about the proton? Proton is 7.602 into 10 raised to the power minus 19 coulomb. This is the charge of proton. And what is the charge of electron? It is again 1.602 into 10 raised to the power minus 19 coulomb. The proton and electron having the same charge. Okay. And neutron having no charge, that is 0. So neutron having no charge and proton and electron have the same charge. That's why an atom is electrically neutral, because neutron having no charge and proton and electron having the same charge, so that will cancel it out. It means atom is overall neutral. Okay. Now next. What is atomic number? Or we can say proton number. Atomic number, or we can say proton number. It basically refers to the number of protons in the atom. Number of protons in the atom, and it is denoted by Z, capital letter Z. Okay. What is mass number? Mass number, we can also say this thing, that is a nucleon number, or we can also say the atomic mass number. Atomic mass number. Okay. It is basically the sum of proton and neutron. It is basically the sum of proton and neutron in an atom, and it is represented by A. Okay. So A will be equal to Z, that is the atomic number or the proton number, plus number of neutrons. So you have to remember this thing, okay? Okay. How we represent proton and neutron number. So how we represent proton and neutron. So we are taking X. What is X? That is a chemical symbol of element. Any chemical symbol of element. We are taking the general thing, okay? Okay. So how to represent the atomic mass number and proton number? So the mass number will be here. And what is the mass number? That is a combination of proton and neutron. And here we represent Z. That is the proton number. This is the proton number Z. And this is the mass number. Okay. Example, you can say, for example, sodium. So we can say sodium has the mass number of 23 and the proton number of 11. That is A is equal to 23 and Z is equal to 11. Okay. So this is how we represent proton and neutron. Okay. If I want to calculate the number of proton, neutron and electron. So what I will do? How many proton in this sodium? Come on, guess. How many proton? Yes, proton is equal to 11. This is because Z is basically the atomic number or proton number, that is the number of protons. So proton is 11 in sodium. And what about the what about the neutron? So how we calculate the neutron? According to the formula, A is equal to Z plus N. So we know what is Z. We know what is Z and we know what is the A. That is 23. 23 is equal to 11 plus neutron. Neutron, that will be equal to 23 minus 11. That will be how much? 12. Good. So neutron will be, I'm writing here, neutron is 12. And what about electrons? Yes, electrons are equal as the number of proton. That is again 11. Okay. So the proton and electron having the same number, that is 11 and 11, and neutron we calculate through the formula. Okay. Okay, why atom is electrically neutral? We have already studied since the atom are electrically neutral. Why? Because number of proton is equal to number of electron. So that's why we can say this thing, atom is electrically neutral. So this is the reason. Okay. Now we are discussing some isotope topic. Okay. Isotope is basically same atomic number or proton number and having different neutron number or mass number. Example is the carbon dioxide of C14 have slightly greater mass number as compared to the C12 and will diffuse at slow rate. So this is about the isotope. Isotope is basically atoms of the element having the same atomic number but different mass number, or we can say atom of the same element having same number of electron and proton but different number of neutrons. It has having same electronic configuration, same chemical properties as well, because they depend upon the electron. So electronic configuration means this thing, chemical reaction involve only electron, not neutron. So same chemical properties but having different physical properties because it depend upon the mass number. Okay. Next is radioisotope. What is radioisotope? Is basically that emit high energy radiation. Isotope that emits high energy radiation. They are radioactive substances and the radiation can cause cancer as well. Okay. And they are very unstable and having very short life. Okay, now the topic is isotope of hydrogen. Okay, now the topic is isotope of hydrogen. Any idea? Yes. Now the isotope of hydrogen, how many isotopes of hydrogen? There are 3 isotopes of hydrogen, okay? 3 isotopes of hydrogen. Okay, we are creating the structure. Number 1 is protium. Protium. Second is deuterium. And number 3rd is tritium. So protium that is represented by H, having mass number, atomic number 1 1, and about deuterium this is 2 1, and tritium is about 3 1. Okay, so we are creating the structure over here. Proton is 1 and neutron is 0, and because proton is 1, so electron is 1. So it means this thing, it has protium having electron is equal to 1, proton is equal to 1, and neutron is equal to 0. So this is the protium, that is the first isotope of hydrogen. Second isotope of hydrogen is deuterium. So how we represent? Proton is equal to 1 and neutron is equal to 1. And this is the, because proton is 1, so electron is again 1. Electron is 1, proton is 1, and neutron is 1. It is also represented by D. Okay. Now tritium. Tritium is basically having proton 1 and neutron 2. Okay, it has variation in the neutron number. Okay, proton number, electron number are same. So having proton number 1, so electron is equal to 1 and proton 1 and neutron is equal to 2. So this is tritium, and we can also represent it by capital letter T, or we can represent it by H31. Okay, so this is the isotope of hydrogen. Now isotope of carbon. Now isotope of carbon. Okay, so two stable isotope are C12 and C13, and one radioactive isotope. One radioactive isotope, that is C14. Okay, so let's make a structure of this thing. Okay, so proton is 6 and neutron is again 6. Proton is 6 and neutron is 6. Okay, so how many electrons? In the first shell we have always have 2 electrons. We will discuss it in detail what about the shells and subshells. Okay, so we have 2 electrons. What are the remaining 4 electrons? 1 2 3 4. Okay, so this is the first isotope of carbon, that is C12 and 6. Okay, having 6 proton. The second isotope of carbon, how many proton? Proton again 6. And what about neutron? Neutron is 7. I am writing here 7. Proton 6, neutron 7. Okay, and what about the electron? 2 here in the first orbit, and then the remaining 4. Okay, this is the carbon 13 6. Now the last one is C14 and 6. You can draw it yourself. Okay, having the neutron 8. In carbon C14, proton 6, neutron 8. Okay, so this is about the isotope of carbon. 98.99% exists in nature is carbon C12. Okay, is the most 98%, 98.9% exists in nature is the carbon C12. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe my channel, like and comment.